these dumbasses. Man, they can't watch this without cringing. Damn!
Guys, attack on the count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fire!
Stalker: Shadow of Chernobyl is a first-person shooter made by the Ukrainian developer GSC Game World and released in 2007. You play a man who's found half dead and suffering from amnesia who gets taken to a black market trader that heals you up and calls you Marked One. The only clue to your identity is in your PDA, which has only one entry: Kill S.T.A.L.K.E.R.
I can give you.
So, Marked One, I saved you, and I'm not going to pretend I did it to win favors upstairs. You do some jobs for me, and we're even. Besides, keeping you busy might be a good way to deal with your amnesia. And I'll see what I can find out about your problem.
Sidorovich wants you to repay the debt by doing missions for him, and he'll reward you with information that'll help you find S.T.A.L.K.E.R. And so begins your journey into the Zone. The Zone is the area around the site of the Chernobyl nuclear power plant. You know, the one that had that accident in 1986? Well, in this world, the reactor had a second explosion that contaminated the area with further radiation, which caused strange anomalies and mutations. Anomalies are everywhere. Watch where you run because they will mess you up. You can throw bolts ahead of you to check what areas are safe. The combat in this game is pretty fun and challenging. The guns are realistic, and you have to aim if you actually want to hit anything. Guns can jam as well. The AI is very smart. They will take cover, toss grenades, and even flank you. They will also spot you from long distances. The game uses a system called A-Life, which basically gives all NPCs a life of their own. They will hunt, hang out, eat, sleep, and travel the zone as they see fit. The AI isn't always perfect, however, like here where I get into a firefight with an enemy and one of my ally NPCs just sits here like nothing is happening. Also here where this guy turns his back on me. And what the hell is up with that grenade? It looked like it didn't even hurt him. Did the curb stop the blast or something? Stalker is known for having a lot of bugs. It seems most great PC games are. So I decided to use the Stalker Complete 2009 mod for my first playthrough. It pretty much improves on the vanilla game and doesn't do any major changes to the gameplay. It fixes a lot of bugs and has an amazing graphics update that brings Stalker's graphics to be on par with games released in the past couple of years. I highly recommend it. One of the little bugs that annoys me has to do with the diary log. You know where in games there's a little journal or something where new entries are added the further you get? Well, in this game new entries are green, and when you click and read them they turn white. That's fine, right? Well, it doesn't work. When you leave and come back to them, they're all green again. I know it's nothing game breaking, but it just annoys me that something this simple still isn't fixed. I also ran into this weird graphic glitch in the arena. Whoa, look at him stretch. The best part of Stalker is its atmosphere. The zones are big and a lot of it is modeled after real life locations. It's very immersive and there's tons of exploring to be done. Which is good for me because I love wandering around in games, and this game rewards you for it. Like here, I climbed to the top of this building in town just because I felt like looking around, and I find a stash of ammo. You'll find tons of hidden stashes like this all around the map if you look hard enough. It's nice being able to go into most buildings with no real restrictions or loading. I guess that's one of the benefits of being PC exclusive. One thing I was surprised about in this game was the fact that the game got more fun the farther I got in it. Normally for me it's the opposite. In open world games like Fallout 3 or Oblivion, usually the beginning starts out very cool, but then things eventually begin to feel repetitive, become too easy, and you start seeing the same buildings and interiors being used over and over. But in Stalker, every new area I went to felt fresh and had its own unique style and story. I was always excited to see what the next place would look like, and the combat was fun and satisfying the whole way through. I also like the little things, like being able to get drunk. I don't know why, since I don't even drink in real life, but it always seemed funny to me since games like Leisure Suit Larry and EverQuest. Another thing I like is being able to lean. Why the hell doesn't every first-person shooter do this, seriously? It's also cool that there is a wide variety of weapons and it's never 100% when you find it. Everything degrades and needs repairs. It makes the game that much more challenging. Check it out, it's the 28 Days Later music. Not sure if that's in the original game or if that's from the complete 2009 mod. Either way, it's a nice touch. Stalker is also one of the scariest games I've ever played. You never know what you might run into. Especially at night when you can't see crap. What the hell was that? I mean, bloodsuckers even have camouflage, for crying out loud. I'm not gonna lie, I jumped a bit when I ran into my first one of them. And don't even get me started on Lab X18, the Brain Scorcher, controller, etc. There are a few things I did not like about the game. Like trying to hide in shadows and be stealthy is kind of worthless. Even if it's pitch black outside and you're crouching in the shadows, they're most likely going to see you unless you're behind them. Another thing I was disappointed with are the random side quests. They're the usual find this item or kill this person types of quests, but rewards seem so worthless to me. It's like, kill this person and I'll give you a fireball artifact. No thanks, I found like 6 of them in the past hour already. And the final thing I didn't like was the last area, Chernobyl. It was super difficult, but not in a fun way. It looked awesome, but I kept getting my ass kicked hard. So hard that I broke my quick load button on my keyboard. But I have to blame myself for this problem really, since I went into the last 2 areas thinking I'd run into a shop along the way. And so I never stocked up on items and equipment. And my equipment was pretty outdated. Oh well. I still managed to beat it. Unfortunately, I got one of the bad endings. Yeah, this game has multiple endings. I believe 7 of them total. There are 2 more Stalker games out right now. Clear Sky and Call of Pripyat. I don't know if I said that right, I'll just call it Cop. I have them, but I haven't played them yet. It seems like Clear Sky is the least favorite of the 3, but Cop seems to get a lot of positive reviews, although most seem to say Shadow of Chernobyl is the best. Well, that's it for my review. Check out Stalker, it's awesome. You can probably get it off Amazon or eBay for really cheap. Or wait for another Steam sale where they usually bundle Shadow of Chernobyl and Call of Pripyat together for less than like $10, which is a great deal. And don't feel discouraged if you die a lot in the beginning or something. Eventually you get the hang of it and then it becomes really fun.
Get out of here, Stalker.